Did you guys know that the Christmas story is actually a horror story? You know the Luke 2 version with the angels and the shepherds and the baby Jesus, but have you heard the version with the dragon and war breaking out in heaven in Revelation 12? So let's look at that, and then I'll tell you what these visions in Revelation 12 really mean and how you're still part of this Christmas horror story right now. And yes, we know, Jesus wasn't born on December 25. Relax.
A great sign appeared in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, with the moon under her feet, and a crown of 12 stars on her head. She was pregnant and cried out in pain as she was about to give birth. Then another sign appeared in heaven, an enormous red dragon with 7 heads and 10 horns and 7 crowns on its heads. Its tail swept a third of the stars out of the sky and flung them to the earth. The dragon stood in front of the woman who was about to give birth, so that it might devour her child the moment he was born. She gave birth to a son, a male child, who will rule all the nations with an iron scepter, and her child was snatched up to God and to his throne. The woman fled into the wilderness to a place prepared for her by God, where she might be taken care of for 1,260 days. Then war broke out in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon and his angels fought back. But he was not strong enough, and they lost their place in heaven. The great dragon was hurled down, that ancient serpent called the devil or Satan, who leads the whole world astray. He was hurled to the earth, and his angels with him. Then I heard a loud voice in heaven say, "Now have come the salvation and the power and the kingdom of our God and the authority of his Messiah. For the accuser of our brothers and sisters, who accuses them before our God day and night, has been hurled down. They triumphed over him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. They did not love their lives so much as to shrink from death. Therefore rejoice, you heavens, and you who dwell in them. But woe to the earth and the sea, because the devil has gone down to you. He is filled with fury, because he knows that his time is short." When the dragon saw that he had been hurled to the earth, he pursued the woman who had given birth to the male child. The woman was given the 2 wings of a great eagle, so that she might fly to the place prepared for her in the wilderness, where she would be taken care of for a time, times and half a time, out of the serpent's reach. Then from his mouth the serpent spewed water like a river, to overtake the woman and sweep her away with the torrent. But the earth helped the woman by opening its mouth and swallowing the river that the dragon had spewed out of his mouth. Then the dragon was enraged at the woman and went off to wage war against the rest of her offspring, those who keep God's commands and hold fast their testimony about Jesus.
So you're probably thinking, yeah, that's not the Christmas story. Where's the shepherds and the wise men and the manger? Well, this is the story of the birth of Messiah, just from a spiritual perspective. First of all, contrary to popular belief, the woman clothed with the sun, with the moon under her feet and a crown of stars on her head, isn't Mary, mother of Jesus, per se. Well, yes it is. It's more referring to the Israelites, as noted by the 12 stars on her head referring to the 12 tribes of Israel. But even more specifically, it's referring to God's people regardless of ethnicity that believe in and follow after his ways. The quote about ruling the nations with an iron scepter is directly taken from Psalm 2, which is a messianic prediction psalm that early Christian writers reinterpreted to be about Jesus. So the cosmic mother, symbolic of God's faithful people, is about to give birth to the Savior of the world. And in order to put a stop to this, the great red dragon appears to devour the child. And when it fails to do that, it attempts to go pursue the woman and make war with her offspring. So this imagery of a battle between a serpent and a woman comes straight out of the first chapters of Genesis. Obviously, we know the serpent in the Garden of Eden and the woman eating the fruit. So now fast forward to when the descendants of this woman were enslaved in Egypt. That's why Revelation 12:6 says the woman fled into the wilderness to a place prepared for her by God. God rescues the Israelites from Egypt so that they can relearn what it means to be human after being slaves for 400 years. But Mary and Joseph also fled into the wilderness to escape Herod, who was having all the baby boys slaughtered for fear he might lose his throne. So as a result of not getting to devour the child, there's this huge battle in heaven, and the dragon gets hurled down to the earth and storms off to make war with the offspring of the woman. That is, all who are faithful to God, which John tells us is those who hold on to God's commands in their testimony about Jesus. Which hopefully means John's talking about you. Yeah, you who's watching this video right now. You're not just a passive viewer in this great cosmic story that's unfolding, you're actually a part of it. The original readers about 2,000 years ago really felt the weight of this reality. They felt like they were at war with this dragon. They were handling all of their suffering and poverty and persecution, all the trials and tribulation, as if there was an unseen force waging war against them. And for many of them, it probably felt like the dragon was winning. So what did this passage do for them? Well, it gave them a brief picture on how the war will turn out and who wins in the end. It acknowledges the spiritual reality of what they were feeling in that moment. But it also gave them hope to hold on until the Lord's victory became complete. So this cosmic spiritual Christmas story showed them how to battle against the dragon. It gave them their marching orders. John mentions twice that the victory is found in holding on to their testimony about Jesus. The battle was not against flesh and blood. You're not in this epic battle against people. You're battling a spiritual beast, a beast that wants to make war with you, a beast that wants to devour you. So how do you resist? How do you respond? John's vision in Revelation would say that it's about holding on to your testimony about who you know Jesus Christ to be. The one who loves and values you so much that he saw that you were worth dying for. And here's the mind-blowing backwards upside down thing about God. To rule the nations with an iron scepter, God sent a helpless child who would eventually give his own life. At the center of this cosmic spiritual battle against evil isn't an interplanetary galactic missile to take out the forces of darkness. No. It's love. It's humility. It's truth. And all of this is found in the baby in a manger. Hey guys, I just wanted to share this exciting news that after all this time, our Kingdom Story Films app is finally ready to launch. It's got the entire Bible as a movie where you can watch, read, and see the entire Bible verse by verse. It's got a 365-day video devotional where we take deep dives into the scriptures, look for patterns, look for revelations, look for things in the Old Testament that point to Jesus in a similar way how you see it on this channel now. Also, my wife is going to do weekly blogs, and this is going to be a place where we're going to do ministry updates because our next goal is to get back into the mission field, to get back into overseas missions. I've spent most of my life as a missionary in Haiti, and God has really placed on her heart to serve in overseas missions, and she's been on several long-term mission trips already. And so we're excited to get that ball rolling, so our ministry updates are going to be put on the app as well. Go ahead and check it out in the App Store today.